if nothing else, the good news, if there is to be any of this, is that we're watching with this. We see in real time kind of what happened.
Sure.
And we are reliving that, and that is just how quickly just a false narrative can spread, and how easily people comfortable, I guess, people feel in perpetuating false shit. We watched them do it. We watched them do. We all knew it was horseshit. I mean, especially when you had folks that were acting as if, and this is what mainstream cats had said about Gina, the Gina situation, and they would say, "Well, it's basically because she was, because for whatever reason, that's off limits." The era of funny mustache man, you can't make any comparisons to anything that happened during that era. Well, I just find that really, really funny because there's a fucking coworker. We don't even have to reach that far. We don't even have to go any further than the same goddamn show that she was working on to see another example of someone else. Same show.
Yeah.
Same fucking show that was making comparisons. His was worse because he conflated half of the fucking voting population to Nazis.
Well, in all fairness, I think what's planet Earth are now pushing 8 billion people. I think, according to the far left, 7.9 reoccurring of them are Nazis now. But if I could be so bold, Eric, I think what you've just been saying is highlighted very well in a tweet that Gina Carano put out, saying Jews were beaten in the street, not by Nazi soldiers, but by their neighbors, even by children. Because history is edited. Most people today don't realize that to get to the point where Nazi soldiers could easily round up thousands of Jews, the government first made their own neighbors hate them simply for being Jewish. How is that any different from hating someone for their political views? Like, I don't know, somebody calling people that voted a certain way Nazis!
She was right. And if you remember the context, we were especially going through this whole COVID bullshit, right? All across the entire world, and where you had people that were willing to snitch on their fucking neighbors because they were going in certain places without fucking diapers on their faces. We were watching this shit go down. We all saw it go down. So she was right. Make no mistake. We all saw it go down. And all it is that she was saying and sharing that is that we're at the beginning stages, man. It doesn't get like that overnight. It doesn't just become everybody always is like, well, something like this in this day and age could never fucking happen.
Oh, okay. Well, can you explain this? Pedro Pascal, losers in 1865, Confederates, losers in 1945, Nazis, losers in 2020, Republicans. Hey, Eric, I'm ignorant on American politics, being British. Without doing a Fabian, I want to learn. Can you explain the comparisons here to me at all?
Well, the comparisons is that everybody here,
we
know what you're doing, Pedro Pascal. It's fucking evil and the worst of the absolute worst. This is why they throw that shit out there so easily. It's like, look, if I can convince everybody that the people that you have deemed as your enemy, right, is doing things like, even though it's not remotely comparable, we already know this shit is not. It's because someone wears a fucking red hat there, like that. That's all horse shit. But that's not what it's about. It's about legitimizing anything it is that they say or do against those people, right? And it's like, well, it's like even when they would go around, you get these scrawny pencil neck motherfuckers talking about, well, we're gonna go punch Nazis. You think they were talking about actual fucking Nazis? No, there's like 2 of those that may be around and butt fuck nowhere, somewhere. But it's not like there's a bunch of those guys walking around, right? And especially economically, I make the argument easily. If we're talking factual information, and you can go watch, I did a 45-minute essay on this. The people that are screaming and hollering and calling other people Nazis have a lot more in fucking common with them than they like to think.
Oh, you mean projection?
Oh, it's so.
You mean the very people who are going after Gina Carano because she has her own mind are wanting her to conform, are wanting her to compel her speech. That sounds like some freedom shit to me.
Yeah.
The very people that are calling people fucking Yahtzees, trying to get people to go after them, try and turn their neighbors onto each other.
Yes. Yes.
Just like was fucking explained in that tweet, are the ones who are crying wolf. Now this shocks me.
Yeah.
Shocks me.
100% is a projection.
We can't have freedom without war. We can't have free speech without censorship. We can't have freedom of movement without being locked down.
It's a projection, but all it is trying to. It is. They feel justified in whatever it is that they do because you're the bad people. And that's all this is. It's about painting the picture that you are an evil person to everybody else or to the people that they want to do bad things to you.
So what you're saying, Hugo, this is the way I'm reading it, okay? This is why I'm reading that, is you're telling that some people have got to vote the right way. That's what I'm hearing from that, Hugo. That's what I'm hearing from that. And that's some fucking horse shit. Just because two things are similar doesn't necessarily mean they have to be identical to actually be the same. I mean, two things can be correct at the same time.
And persecution is persecution at the end of the
yeah, exactly. Doesn't matter whether it's for your color, your political value, your fucking shoe size, your height, your weight. Persecution is persecution.
Yeah, 1000%. Like it is what it is. Thanks for watching. Be sure to head over to Rippaverse.com to check out our comic book company. We have books, plenty of merchandise, and even some glorious animations from Rippaverse Studios. Next up, possibly our most anticipated book thus far, Yaira.